There we go. There we go. I'm not white.
Nice.
I'm not white. I'm desperately alone and possibly a little tipsy on wine spritzers, but I am not white. That is the albino tango right there, Greg.
That is beautiful.
Look at him. Those strobe lights are giving him a horrible, horrible sunburn.
Really?
Yes.
The albino tango.
It's also a drink.
Kevin, last word to you on this. Does anyone care about Assange anymore? It seems like years have passed. He was on the cover of every magazine, and he expected to become really a worldwide celebrity, to be adored, and instead he's sitting off in some castle waiting to go to jail.
Yeah, I think the world will remain fascinated with him until he dies. I mean, until that moment happens, I can't see why you would stop. I mean, he's going to do something else, and hopefully it will involve his mortality.
Kevin, always with a weak opinion. Yes, you know?
And it always, I'm getting a death theme.
Yeah.
Yes.
When it comes to any kind of topic, it usually ends with them saying they should die.
Violently.
Yes.
Violently die.
Yeah, exactly.
Not in their sleep, Greg. Not in their sleep.
Look how large he is
I
compared to
apologise for that. It is an issue of mine, and I am going to get it checked out at some point. Just not now.
All right.
Maybe in B block.
So coming up, is there anything more fun than shooting at hobos from a moving truck? Jedediah Bila discusses her new book, Crap I Do on Weekends. But first, should we blame this Stanley Cup for the Vancouver riots? And if so, should this Mr. Cup apologize? Track him down for me. I feel like I'm on a giant spaceship. Spaceship Hannity.
Fair and balanced spaceship.
Yes. All right. So not winning the cup caused them to erupt. Yet Vancouver's rooters went from losers to looters after the beloved Canucks lost Game 7 of the Stanley Cup finales. Angry, drunken fans went berserk after the game, setting cars and garbage on fire, smashing windows and dancing atop overturned vehicles. And there were reports of 4 stabbings. But in fairness, their team did just lose a sporting contest. At one store, looters were seen grabbing T-shirts and other crap, while women, according to the AP, quote, rampaged through the makeup department, tossing each other products and squealing in delight. Typical women. Said one Vancouver resident, this isn't what the Canucks are about. Nope, they're all about losing Stanley Cups. Anyway, congratulations to the Baltimore Bruins, who won the damn thing. Can we see tape of the game-winning goal?
Palatro, she did. Send in the doctor. Send in the players off the bench. Send in the bench. And a cushion. There's gone 2 more. I'll bet that fall is making her goal tender. Hooray! Tie score. What? The referee's calling foul? Give him the works, Tootsie Cream Puff babies.
I will never understand hockey.
I understand that I now love it.
Yes. Hey, Kevin, I'm willing to guess that this kind of violence after a game never, ever happens in England. Am I right?
No, happens all the time. But interestingly, it's not wishing to conform to my normal stereotype of offering you a violent response. But, you know, hell, I'll do it anyway. A British correspondent I heard on the news today said that we should introduce the water cannon. Now, that's exactly the liberal nonsense that got us into this mess with feral society. Everybody knows that you should use flamethrowers. Water cannons don't do anything other than wet you and bruise you slightly. Flamethrowers, can you imagine the carnage enacted on these villainous little specks running around burning stuff by burning them properly?
I don't yet. Kevin, I usually agree with you on your strong ideas of discipline, but I'm not going to agree with flamethrowers. I think that's pushing it right. Jedediah?
Just a tad.
Yeah, it's just a tad. I would stick with the water cannons and maybe the rubber bullets.
Yeah, you're right on the line there.
Yeah.
Stuff it all
Action
rubber
and
so
aerosol
slightly.
can.
But Jedediah, after the Steelers lost the Super Bowl, you set fire to police vehicles and churches. So you're totally like
That's
these.
true. I can relate.
Yes,
I
you
can
can
relate to this segment.
Yes.
It's always interesting to see what fires people up, though, to me.
Yeah.
You know, like the death of free speech, nah. A crumbling healthcare system, no. But hockey, no. That's
true.
Right out there,
You're absolutely right. They're not out protesting those 2 things you said. Joe, is there any excuse for this behavior at all?
No, and I think watching these Canadian riots, I think like a lot of people in the United States, I was shocked because I thought hockey ended 3 months ago.
As an American, it usually does.
Really?
Right?
And then I don't know what this is so mad about. The season starts up again in another week.
Yeah.
while they're sweating it.
I know. They can just start over.
You know, why are U.S. sports writers never called hooligans? It has such a nice sound to
Hooligans is a great word.
Oh, I love it. It's like
You know
there's a
what?
hurly-burly.
My favorite word, gooligans, which are gay hooligans.
Really?
Yeah, sometimes they'll lurk outside the Gap and beat the crap out of you. Happened to me 3 times
Dangerous.
last year.
Dangerous.
Yeah, they glass you with a wine spritzer. They just come at you. Bill, I don't get this. Canadians are such nice people.
Sure, but this is sports. I get this. I absolutely get
Yeah.
this. What I never got are the Los Angeleses and the Detroits of the world who would do this after they won their
Yeah.
titles. That I never understood that.
Yeah.
But this is anger. This is pure anger. I felt the same way on Game 6 of the semifinals when the Bulls lost to the Heat. I wanted to take a TV and throw it through a Best Buy, but what I did is I ran over to a parked taxi cab and kicked it, stubbed my toe, squealed, and then ran like the Dickens. But it was kind of the same thing.
It
Greg.
was.
And it was cathartic.
It was. And the people cheered. They
Yes.
cheered you.
Yes, they cheered. They knew that I was angry. They knew that I was just sort of sowing my royal oats.
Yes.
And they didn't like the way I limped off.
Did they squeal like delighted Canucks fans?
Yes, I think they did.
Oh,
You know,
that's
here's
quite
the
a
interesting
squeal.
thing. Generally, when something like this happens, the players will come out and say something. But hockey players can't. Because hockey, by its own nature, is violent. So can you imagine a hockey player saying, oh, we condemn this behavior outright, and then they go back and they beat the crap out of somebody on the ice? There's no way.
Well, also, they don't have any teeth. So
Yeah.
it'd just be all gum flapping.
Condemn. I always wonder what it'd be like to lose a tooth like that. I don't want to
Can't be
know.
pleasant.
All right, we got to take a break. Do you have a comment on the show? Email us. It's redeye@foxnews.com. And to leave a voicemail, my direct line, 212-462-5050. Still to come, the halftime report from TV's Andy Levy. Those aren't his real teeth.
No. Caps.
Tonight's halftime report is sponsored by Toys, those objects of varying sizes designed to be played with for amusement, usually by children. Thanks, Toys.
Welcome back. Let's find out if we've gotten anything wrong so far. For that, we go to TV's Andy Levy. So, Andy, how am I looking?
Now I can see you.
Oh, there
Yeah.
you go.
Yeah, you look delightful. I mean, you personally look delightful,
Yeah.
as always.
Yes.
Is that what you meant?
Yes.
Okay, good. Wiener resigns. So did you notice he gave his reasons for resigning, and he said, quote, most importantly, so that I can continue to heal from the damage I've caused?
That's fantastic. He's a victim
Yeah.
of his own badness.
He's the most important thing?
Yes.
Yep.
It's like a guy who kills his parents and says, I'm an orphan.
I'm an orphan, yeah. Hey, Kevin, first of all, great to see you.
And you, big boy, how are you? Have you missed me?
I'm good.
Tell me. Show me some love. Come on.
You brought up the fact that Benji from Howard Stern shouted out, are you more than 7 inches? Has he
Yeah.
not? We've all seen the picture, haven't we?
I think it was more like 6.2.
Yeah.
I mean,
measured-
I,
you
he could
measured
have
that-
at least photoshopped it, right?
You
if he's
measured-
going to send that.
It sounds like you measured that really carefully.
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
I actually got it on screen,
Uh-huh.
and I used a little template that I got from you last time we went for a beer in
Oh,
New
good.
York.
I'm glad that
and I
worked out.
compared
Good.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do a little compiling in my spare time.
Actually, I think Kevin uses the, show Kevin, please, not me, show Kevin. I think he uses the icon to his left as a model.
Very nice, Mr. Gutfeld.
Turn your head and make a little
Touche,
kissy
sir.
noise.
No, don't do that. Don't encourage him.
Jedediah, you said the reason Wiener resigned was because of Gloria Allred. I'm guessing his wife had something to do with it, too.
Yeah, you know what, though? His wife didn't have something to do with his behavior and what got him here. So I think what pushed it over the edge was probably her and the fear of what was going to happen next.
Yeah.
I mean, I think there's more. I don't want to know about it. I'm kind of happy he's going to shift into the background and go
Right.
away and will never be mayor, with God willing.
Right.
But I think that Gloria Allred...
But I think we brought this up later. I do think he'll end up back in politics.
You do think so?
Yeah, I
mean,
don't-
Yeah, like I said, I can't say that it won't happen. Look who's running the country. Some of these people
Right.
are just outrageous.
I
so.
don't think he'll be an impotent Wiener for long.
And not only that, but he'll come back and now he'll be revered. He's changed. He's
Right.
a changed
Right.
man.
Yeah.
Everybody loves a comeback
Yeah,
story.
exactly.
I'm going back to Mayor Barry. There was nobody. He was caught smoking crack
Yeah.
Yeah.
with hookers.
Bill Clinton has been revered.
But,
now he's,
but
you know.
Greg, she set him up.
Yeah. set him up.
Come on. Well, see, I didn't want to say that nasty word.
I know, I said it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Andy,
Yeah.
I think to your point, what you're trying to say is that Wiener's going to go through a brief refractory period, and then he's going to be ready to run again.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not what I was saying. Bill, you said Wiener never should have brought up his parents. Did you notice that when he thanked them for instilling his values, that they kind of slowly backed out of the room?
I didn't even see them there.
I like hearing laughter from England. At
Yeah,
Bill's
the berating laughter, and then the idiot part, that's not unbuzzing.
Yeah.
That's just insult.
That's just, no, my job is to provide facts.
Yeah.
Greg, you said there's no witness relocation program for arrogant jerks. Did you mean rehab program?
No, witness relocation, meaning that he can't escape. Like, he can go to rehab,
right,
but he can't escape his past. It's not like you're in the mob and you go somewhere and you're somebody else. He's going to have those pictures forever. His kids, his grandkids, whatever he does, that's going to be there for the rest of his life.
And God bless him for it, sir.
Yes.
The person.
That's the only thing I feel bad about is the fact that it's like in the scheme of crimes,
Right.
there are actors who have killed people, who have hit people with their cars, and nobody talks about it. This guy who I can't stand, he's an arrogant jerk, but like at 50, 60 years old, are we still going to make Wiener jokes? Yes!
What's happening right now more than anything?
That's like next year.
I know.
Andy,
That's true.
What's happening right now more than anything is a whole bunch of politicians are saying, thank heavens that Twitter didn't exist 20 years ago.
No,
because
absolutely.
heaven only knows.
Yeah.
I mean, this is nothing new.
Yeah.
It's just that we now...
God, I blew a lot of money on stamps.
He really did.
Yes.
Yeah, that room of stamps in your apartment is just... Yeah.
I don't even collect them.
No. Yeah. Win lunch with Julian Assange. Greg, you said the Looney Leaker is offering 8 people a chance to dine with his idiocy on eBay.
Yes.
I don't know how you dine with someone on eBay.
I knew you were going to come after me on that.
I knew I was going to come after you on that.
Yeah. I put that there on purpose.
Yeah.
You fell into my trap, my honey trap of poor grammar.
Yeah.
And now you're stuck there and you can't get out.
I'm comfortable.
All right.
I like honey. Also, Greg, you said as of last night, the highest bid was $800. As of Thursday afternoon, the high bid is $7,314.75.
Yeah. Well, I pulled the money together.
Did you?
Yes.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Good.
I think we're going to have, go Chinese.
How dare you compete against Barksy the cat? Julian was all he had.
I know. Joe, you mentioned that the lunch isn't just with Assange, but also with Slovenian philosopher Slavoj Žižek, or however his name is actually pronounced.
Oh, I think you know exactly how his name is pronounced.
Well, I don't want
coy with me.
I don't want to reveal it on semi-national TV. But you kind of mocked the fact that the lunch was with him. Also, would it change your mind if I told you that Žižek uses examples from popular culture to explain the theories of Jacques Lacan and uses Lacanian psychoanalysis, Hegelian philosophy, and Marxist economic criticism to interpret and speak extensively on immediately current social phenomena, including the current ongoing global financial crisis?
That did just change my mind.
I thought it would.
And I would like immediate access to my PayPal account.
Andy, could you repeat that question?
Sure. I said to Joe, would it change your mind if I told you that Žižek uses examples from popular culture to explain the theory of Jacques Lacan and uses Lacanian psychoanalysis, Hegelian philosophy, and Marxist economic criticism to interpret and speak extensively on immediately current social phenomena, including the current ongoing global economic crisis?
Now do it with like a funny Chinese accent.
No, I wouldn't do that.
I don't do impressions.
I just don't know why he wasn't looking at the camera.
Yeah,
We've been doing this for 5 years, Greg. He knows where the camera is.
There's a camera down there.
I may be an idiot, but you're not a pro.
Quickly, Vancouver riots. By the way, reports now say the violence appeared to start when fans set fire to a stuffed bear.
No!
That's just wrong.
Doesn't it always?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'd say that's unbearable, but that's beneath me.
That's horrible.
I did say it. Apparently it's not.
Jedediah, did I hear correctly after the Steelers lost the Super Bowl, you burned churches?
No, that's actually just Greg being dramatic. But
Well,
It was a chapel.
He said it on TV. I believe it's true.
no. What are you taking notes from Anthony Weiner that if it happens, no. No, but I'm still thinking about that teddy bear because, you don't mess with teddy bears in my book. And I'm very solemn now, Andy. I'm going to need a moment.
All right, I'll move on.